Here let us stand, close by the cathedral.
Here let us wait. Are we drawn by danger?
Is it the knowledge of safety that draws our feet towards the cathedral?
What danger can be for us, the poor women of Canterbury?
What tribulation with which we are not already familiar?
There is no danger for us, and there is no safety in the cathedral.
Some presage of an act which our eyes are compelled to witness has forced our feet towards the cathedral. We are forced to bear witness.
Since golden October declined into somber November, and the apples were gathered and stored, and the land became brown, sharp points of death in a waste of water and mud, the new year waits,
Breathes,
waits, whispers in darkness.
while the labourer kicks off a muddy boot and stretches his hand to the fire. The new year waits. Destiny waits for the coming. Who has stretched out his hand to the fire and remembered the saints at All Hallows, remembered the martyrs and saints who wait? And who shall stretch out his hand to the fire and deny his master?
Who shall be warm by the fire and deny his master?
7 years and the summer is over. 7 years since the Archbishop left us, he who was always kind to his people.
But it would not be well if he should return.
King rules or barons rule, we have suffered various oppression, but mostly we are left to our own devices, and we are content if we are left alone. We try to keep our households in order.
The merchant, shy and cautious, tries to compile a little fortune.
And the labourer bends to his piece of earth colour, his own colour, preferring to pass unobserved.
Now I fear disturbance of the quiet seasons. Winter shall come bringing death from the sea.
Ruinous spring shall beat at our doors.
Root and shoot shall eat our eyes and our ears. Disastrous summer burn up the beds of our streams.
And the poor shall wait for another decaying October.
Why should the summer bring consolation for autumn fires and winter fog? What shall we do in the heat of summer but wait in barren orchards for another October? Some malady is coming upon us.
We wait.
We wait.
And the saints and martyrs wait for those who shall be martyrs and saints.
Destiny waits in the hand of God, shaping the still unshapen. I have seen these things in a shaft of sunlight. Destiny waits in the hand of God, not in the hands of statesmen who do some well, some ill,
Planning
and guessing,
having their aims which turn in their hands in the pattern of time.
Come, happy December.
Who shall observe you? Who shall preserve you?
shall the Son of Man be born again in the litter of scorn?
For us, the poor, there is no action,
But only to wait
and to witness.
7 years and the summer is over. 7 years since the Archbishop left us. What does the Archbishop do, and our Sovereign Lord the Pope with his stubborn king and the French king in ceaseless intrigues, combinations and conferences, meetings accepted, meetings refused, meetings unended or endless, at one place or another in France? I see nothing quite conclusive in the art of temporal government but violence, duplicity and frequent malversation. King rules, so barons rule. the strong man strongly, and the weak man by caprice. They have but one law, to seize the power and to keep it, and the steadfast can manipulate the greed and lust of others. The feeble is devoured by his own. Shall these things not end up to the poor at the gate have forgotten their friend, their father in God, have forgotten that they had a friend, servants of God and watchers of the temple? I am here to inform you, without circumlocution, the Archbishop is in England and is close outside the city. I was sent before in haste to give you notice of his coming as much as was possible, that you may prepare to meet him. What? Is the exile ended? Is our Lord Archbishop reunited with the king? What reconciliation of two proud men? What peace can be found to grow between the hammer and the anvil? Tell us, are the old disputes at an end? Is the wall of pride cast down that divided them? Is it peace or war? Does he come in full assurance or only secure in the power of Rome, the spiritual rule, the assurance of right and the love of the people? You are right to express a certain incredulity. He comes in pride and sorrow, affirming all his claims, assured beyond doubt of the devotion of the people, who receive him with scenes of frenzied enthusiasm, lining the road and throwing down their capes, strewing the way with leaves and late flowers of the season. The streets of the city will be packed to suffocation, and I think that his house will be deprived of its toil, a single hair of which becomes a precious relic. He is at one with the Pope and with the King of France, who indeed would have liked to detain him in his kingdom. But as for our king, that is another matter. But again, is it war or peace? Peace, but not the kiss of peace. A patched-up affair, if you ask my opinion. And if you ask me, I think the Lord Archbishop is not the man to cherish any illusions, or yet to diminish the least of his pretensions. If you ask my opinion, I think that this peace is nothing like an end or like a beginning. It's common knowledge that when the Archbishop parted from the king, he said to the king, "My lord," he said, "I leave you as a man whom in this life I shall never see again. I have this, I assure you, on the highest authority. There are several opinions as to what he meant, but no one considers it a happy prognostic. I fear the Archbishop, I fear for the Church. I know that the pride bred of sudden prosperity was but confirmed by a bitter adversity. I saw him as Chancellor, flattered by the king, quite revered by courtiers in their overbearing fashion, despised and despising, always isolated, never one among them, always insecure, his pride always feeding upon his own virtues, pride drawing sustenance from impartiality, pride drawing sustenance from generosity, loathing power given by temporal evolution, or wishing subjection to God alone. Had the king been greater, or had he been weaker, things had perhaps been different. But Thomas, yet our Lord is returned. Our Lord has come back to his own again. Oh, we have had enough of waiting from December to dismal December. The Archbishop shall be at our head, dispelling dismay and doubt. He will tell us what we are to do. He will give us orders, instruct us. Our Lord is at one with the Pope and also the King of France. We can lean on a rock. We can feel a firm foothold against the perpetual wash of the tides of balance of forces of barons and landholders. The rock of God is beneath our feet. Let's meet the Archbishop with cordial thanksgiving. Our Lord, our Archbishop returns. And when the Archbishop returns, our doubts are dispelled. Let's therefore rejoice, I say, rejoice and show a glad face for his welcome. I'm the Archbishop's man, let's give the Archbishop welcome. For good or ill, let the wheel turn. The wheel has been still these 7 years and no good. For ill or good, let the wheel turn. For who knows the end of good or evil until the grinders cease and the door shall be shut in the street and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Here is no continuing city.
Here is no abiding stay.
Ill the wind,
Ill the time.
Uncertain the prophet, certain the danger.
oh late,
Late, late,
late is the time.
late,
Too
too
late.
late.
And rotten the year, evil the wind, and bitter the sea, and grey the sky.
Grey, grey, grey. O Thomas, return, Archbishop.
Return, return to France.
Return quickly.
Quietly, leave us to perish in quiet.
You come with applause, you come with rejoicing, but you come bringing death into Canterbury.
A doom on the house.
A doom on yourself,
A doom on the world.
We do not wish anything to happen.
7 years we have lived quietly, succeeded in avoiding notice.
Living and partly living.
There have been oppression and luxury. There have been poverty and license. There has been minor injustice. Yet we have gone on living.
Living and partly living. Sometimes the corn has failed us. Sometimes the harvest is good. 1 year is a year of rain, another a year of dryness. 1 year the apples are abundant, another year the plums are lacking. Yet we have gone on living. Living and partly living.
We have kept the feasts, heard the masses. We have brewed beer and cider, gathered wood against the winter, talked at the corner of the fire, talked at the corners of streets, talked not always in whispers.
Living and partly living.
We have seen births, deaths, and marriages. We have had various scandals. We have been afflicted with taxes. We have had laughter and gossip.
Several girls have disappeared unaccountably, and some not able to.
We have all had our private terrors, our particular shadows, our secret fears.
But now a great fear is upon us. A fear not of one, but of many. A fear like birth and death. When we see birth and death alone, in a void apart,
We are afraid in a fear which we cannot know,
Which we cannot face.
which none understands. Our hearts are torn from us, our brains unskinned like the layers of an onion. Ourselves are lost in a final fear which none understands.
Thomas, Archbishop, O Thomas, our Lord, leave us, and leave us be. In our humble and tarnished frame of existence, leave us. Do not ask us to stand to the doom on the house, the doom on the Archbishop, the doom on the world.
Archbishop, secure and assured of your fate, unafraid among the shades, do you realize what you ask? Do you realize what it means to the small folk drawn into the pattern of fate? The small folk who live among small things, the strain on the brain of the small folk who stand to the doom of the house, the doom of their Lord, the doom of the world.
Oh, Thomas, Archbishop, leave us, leave sullen Dover and set sail for France.
Thomas, our Archbishop, still our Archbishop, even in France.
Thomas, Archbishop, set the white sail between the grey sky and the bitter sea.
Leave us
for France.
What a way to talk at such a juncture. You are foolish, immodest, and babbling women. Do you not know that the good Archbishop is likely to arrive at any moment? The crowd in the streets will be cheering and cheering. You go on croaking like frogs in the treetops. But frogs at least can be cooked and eaten. Whatever you are afraid of, in your afraid let me ask you at the least to put on pleasant faces and give a hearty welcome to our good Archbishop. Peace, and let them be in their exaltation. They speak better than they know and beyond their understanding. They know and do not know what it is to act or suffer. They know and do not know that action is suffering and suffering is action. Neither does the agent suffer nor the patient act, but both are fixed in an eternal action, an eternal patience to which all must consent that it may be willed, and which all must suffer that they may will it, that the pattern may subsist, for the pattern is the action and the suffering, that the wheel may turn still, forever still. Oh, my Lord, forgive me, I did not see you coming, engrossed by the chatter of these foolish women. Forgive us, my Lord, you would have had a better welcome if we had been sooner prepared for the event. But your Lordship knows that 7 years of waiting, 7 years of prayer, 7 years of emptiness have better prepared our hearts for your coming than 7 days could make ready Canterbury. However, I'll have fires laid in all your rooms to take the chill off our English December, your Lordship now being used to a better climate. Your Lordship will find your rooms in order as you left them, and will try to leave them in order as I find them. I am more grateful for all your kind attentions. These are small matters. A little rest in Canterbury with eager enemies restless about us. Rebellious bishops, York, London, Salisbury, would have intercepted our letters, filled the coast with spies, and sent to meet me some who hold me in bitterest hate. By God's grace, aware of their prevision, I sent my letters on another day. At Park Crossing, found at Sandwich, Brock, Warren, and the Sheriff of Kent, those who had sworn to have my head from me. Holy John, the Dean of Salisbury, fearing for the King's name, warning against treason, made them hold their hands. So, for the time, we are unmolested. But do they follow after? For a little while, the hungry hawk will only soar and hover, clinging lure, waiting excuse, pretense, opportunity. The end will be simple, sudden, God-given. Meanwhile, the substance of our first act will be shadows and the strife with shadows. Heavier the interval than the consummation. All things prepare the event. Watch